Hello, this is a quick little video to explain how I am replacing the electrical cord on my iron right mangle. So first of all, what's the problem? The problem is this old 70-year-old but really powerful and built to last forever rotary iron has a couple of weak areas, and one of them is the cloth cord, which you can see here. Oops, sorry. And I will show you back here this cloth cord right at the point where it goes into the wall, the plastic part of a cord where the two prongs are, whatever that's called. It's plugged into a timer, which I highly recommend anyone with one of these old rotary irons invest in. They're like $12 or $15 on Amazon. And you just, you can set them for 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and it automatically turns off the power in the outlet after that amount of time has passed. And that just protects you from, if God forbid you walk away from your rotary iron and it just sits there with that super hot plate for hours. That's so dangerous. It can ignite. Anyway, the plug itself was totally degraded. The plastic underneath that electrical tape that I wrapped around it was crumbling. And therefore, what I needed to do was to replace this cord. Another point of weakness with the cord I can show you is here. So this was where the cord was sitting in this entry hole in the, I guess it's called the chassis of the machine. And it was stabilized by some device that looks like a spring nut that was ensuring it never moved. But the problem with that was that it meant that only one part of this ancient cord was actually rubbing up against a relatively sharp edge. And I had wrapped electrical tape around this as well to protect it, but there was exposed wire next to metal. Oh my goodness, super scary. So what you're finding the condition of this replacement now is I've threaded a cord up. Well, first of all, let me tell you, if you've never, there's a plate over this. There we go. So you'd need to remove the lid of your mangle, and there's some videos that tell you how to do this. And then you'd find this little plate with two flathead screws. You take it off. Inside there's a terminal right here, and the terminal has 3 levels. The top you don't touch, and then the middle has 2 cords. Oh, there we go. Finally, a good detail. The middle has cords that are relating to the original right here. These 2 are going in the top and the bottom like so. But there are 2 other cords that you kind of can see back in the background. I'll use this little decrepit end of the cord to point right here. See if I can show them. You see there's a cord there, and then there's also a cord right here. These 2 are relating to one goes up to the motor, and then the top of it sits in the upper terminal, and one goes back into the thermostat area. And then there's one over here, which I don't know what it does. But in any case, when you loosen the 2 lower terminal screws to put your positive and negative of your wire into the terminals. Now, the green one is a grounding wire, and I'm going to put that up here and use it as, I'm going to use the flathead screw like so, and that'll ground it. And then I will connect these 2, the positive and negative. It doesn't matter which, because there's no these machines don't acknowledge that at this early stage of electrical machines. So you can see those 2 little entwined black and white wires there will be inserted right into the sides of these. I could just get it to focus right here. You can see, and then you'll pop all of the wires, both the 2 wires relating to the motor and the thermostat. So note where they are, and then your new 2 positive and negatives, and then tighten the screws. And that's all you need to do. And then you put it back and you put the plate over it. It's going to be a bit tricky for me because I'm going to be holding this green wire while I'm putting on a plate and then tightening it to make sure that the grounding wire is actually touching the body of the of the chassis. Okay, so then one final point I'd like to share is I replaced the other weak point of these. My stuff here is the casters. I have replaced the casters on this